When you decide to build a new home, there are a lot of features that you have to consider, and it can be overwhelming. Here are 10 features and upgrades for a new home that I consider to be worth the cost. Hi everyone, I'm Dale Frazell and welcome to my channel. If you'd like to learn more about new construction or real estate in general in my area, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call, text, or email. There are three types of home builders. The first one is a production builder. A production builder builds that house over and over and over. They have all the selections already predetermined, so the buyer really doesn't have a lot of selections, but all the bells and whistles are included. And typically, because of the high volume of building that house over and over, they pass that savings down to the buyer, so you get all the bells and whistles at a fantastic price. The second type is a semi-custom builder. That's where you can make limited selections on that home, maybe even changes, but you do pay for those additional upgrades. So I'm going to give you a little pro tip here. Let's say your budget is $500,000. You go in, you find a house for $500,000, but now you've got to do all your upgrades. You're going to go over budget. So what I recommend to my clients and buyers is that maybe you come in under, let's say 474, and knowing that you still have $25,000 to do upgrades and more or less get the house you want and stay within your budget. The third type is a custom builder. That's a home where you build it from the ground up and the sky's the limit. Whatever you want to put in that house and you have the budget for it, you can put into that house. The upgrades I'm mentioning really do apply to semi-custom homes and custom homes. Even if you're building a custom home, you might still be on a budget. These are features and upgrades that I consider to be important and also to include because they will bring additional value to the home. Also, if you try to do this after the house is finished, it is going to be extremely expensive and a hassle. Pro tip here, if you're working with a semi-custom builder, go to the design center before you go under contract. They'll let you walk around and look at the colors, take pictures of those, kind of work all your palettes out at home and at your ease. So when you do the contract or you're under contract and they bring you into the design center, you are not going to be overwhelmed or in shock. You already have it. It will save a lot of time and a lot of stress. Here are my recommendations. Number one, crawl space. Okay, what is a crawl space? The crawl space is actually the area where, if let's just say you're on a single-story home, it is where the first floor sits on floor joists below. Okay, it gives you access to get down below the first floor. So let's say you have to run additional wiring or plumbing or whatever, and it also gives you some additional storage. It's not a real deep area, but it's also comprised of floor joists. I know this can be a little confusing, but what that gives you is when you're walking on that first floor where the carpet or the tile is, there's a little bit of give, a little bit of flexibility, unlike a slab. Now go out into a garage and stand on that concrete in bare feet and tell me the difference between a crawl space or a slab. You will notice that immediately. Number two, a 3-car garage. In all my years in real estate, I have never had anyone say, I wish it didn't have a 3-car garage. Never. It's additional storage and it's always phenomenal for resale. Now, building that house at this point will be the cheapest that you can ever put a 3-car garage on. If you have someone come back, it will be a major hassle and expense. So a 3-car garage is a big plus. Number three, countertops. If you want to upgrade your countertops, say granite or quartz, now is the time to do it. Sure, it costs you a little bit money, but boy, to have someone come back and tear your beautiful new home apart, they're going to have to tear the backsplash apart. They're going to be working around finished cabinets. They're going to be coming on your good floors. It is a major, major hassle. So now would be the perfect time to have that put in and never have to deal with it again. Number 4, flooring. Well, consider your lifestyle. Do you have kids? Do you have dogs? Depending on how your house is going to be used, you really don't want to move into the house because of what the builder is offering at that point, only to realize it really it's not working for you. So you can again go to the design center, and if they offer that, I would always say it's better to put it in now than have to come back again, tearing everything apart. It's never going to look as complete as it did when the house went together. Houses go together in a process, and when you come back and you're tearing stuff apart and trying to stitch it back together, it's just not always the same. Not saying it doesn't look that good, but it's never the same. So just consider your lifestyle. And that also goes for tile floor up in the bathrooms. They could be putting vinyl down. Vinyl's nice, but vinyl also tears. Again, if you have to upgrade the tile, now would be the time, and it will all look beautiful. Number 5, ceiling fans. Some people I've worked with in the past, they don't want ceiling fans in their rooms. I understand that. However, resale, it's always a good thing, but let's say you change your mind. You cannot just go up where a regular ceiling mount light is located and put a heavy fan in there. It will actually pull it down from the ceiling. So what I tell people is to rough it in, even if you're not going to use fans. They put a heavier bracket up there, a box, and also they put a switch by the door, so when you come into the room, you have ability to turn the fan on by that switch. So I think it's a very good item to put in, even if it's not something that you're looking at right now. Number 6, a covered patio. Now, if the builder does offer that, again, everything I've said up to this point, it's cheaper to do it now. Sometimes they might even allow you to expand on that cover, but if they offer it, this would be the time to put it in, and again, it will be great for resale down the road. And it also matters what direction your house is facing. So if you have a west facing rear end of the house, say out here, it's really warm in the summertime, you would be very thankful that you have that covered patio. Number 7, tub showers and sinks. Most of the time, again, let's just use the main bath. The main bath will always, what they have is a tub shower unit. So that's almost a given. Let's just break it down. Let's go to the master. In the master, some builders offer maybe a soaker tub, a jetted tub, maybe a separate shower. So again, this would be the time to make that decision of your lifestyle. So if you want a very nice master bath, this is the time to do it. A lot of times too, if you want an extra sink in the vanity, this would be the time. You do not want to come back and have to say, I need another sink in this vanity. They're going to have to tear the mirror, the backsplash, the counter, the cabinets, everything out in order to accommodate it, because the vanity wasn't set up for it. So now is the time to pre-plan, again, your lifestyle, what you would require in that beautiful bathroom, and now would be the time to do it, because it will be less expensive than way down the road, and again, not a hassle. Number 8, 8-foot garage overhead doors. Those are the doors that go up and down when you go in and out of your garage. Most modern cars today, let's just say the SUVs, a typical garage door open is 7 foot. You start putting accessories up there, whether it's a rack, bike rack, or what have you, without even a bicycle on it, it's going to be tight going underneath there. It's extremely of good value because it's not costly for what the builder's going to charge you to do that. And trust me, down the road, if you ever wanted to enlarge that, it's just more of a hassle. You've got to tear the front of the house apart. You've got to tear open the garage, headers, everything else. Now is the time to do it, and it's a really good value. Number 9, rough-ins. These might be items right now that you're not really necessarily needing at this point. But, for example, you rough in a laundry room sink. Now, of course, this is if it doesn't come with the house and the builder allows you to do a rough in. How about a barbecue line, a gas line out to the patio? How about a water softener? You do the rough ins. How about AC? AC now, sometimes some builders include it and some builders don't. Well, if you do the rough in, you've just eliminated a ton of work for someone to come back there and retro it. They don't have to rip the garage apart. They don't have to run electrical. You already have it roughed in, so all they have to do is come back and put the compressor in, the disconnect for electrics out there. They can tie it in. It will save you a ton of money if you do it now, and it is a great upgrade. Number 10, attend the electrical walkthrough. Now, before I jump into this is when I'm going to give you another pro tip. Get a copy of the floor plan that you're thinking of having that builder build. You can get it at the sales office or you can get it online. What I tell people is to start at the front door and mark where you want particular switches or outlet. You might have furniture that you need a lamp. You might have a copier that you need to have in your office. You know your lifestyle. So if you take a little X and you mark each room up exactly what you might need for additional. Now there are codes. The electrician's going to know, well, you need a certain amount of outlets in a bedroom, blah, 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 blah. But you've already predetermined what you need in the house. So when you do go to the walkthrough with the electrician, you pull out your piece of paper and you look at it. It will make it a breeze to walk through the house. You'll tell them what you want. They might bounce some ideas back. So at least you're not forgetting stuff. The more preparation that you have in building this house, the easier it will be and the less stress will be on you. If you found this video helpful, be sure to watch my video on choosing the perfect lot for your dream home. If you have any questions regarding new construction, my contact information is in the description below. Until next time, take care.